Okay, you Vikings, welcome back to another episode of Valheim Hardcore, this series in which we attempt to do kind of our own survival hardcore playthrough of Valheim. Being that we're kind of beginners in general, makes it a little more interesting to watch. I don't claim to be a total expert, obviously, on the subject of Valheim, so for those who are here and just want to follow along in the journey, I will link down below the seed to the world. You can create your own worlds based off this seed, I'm pretty sure, and see what types of spawns you get and follow along in this journey. Or you can just feel free to stay and watch at your leisure for however long you end up staying. If you do enjoy the video or have enjoyed previous videos in the past, consider subscribing. That's all you can ever ask for. But let's go ahead and just get into it, yeah? For those who've been following along, sorry, I can't find my tongue today. For those who have been following along, God, I really can't talk. Scratch all that. Let's just go ahead and restart. For those who have been following, I can't actually not say it now. Following along in this series so far, you'll know this episode we're pretty dead set on finding as many abominations as possible. This is kind of our third base setup so far. It's pretty quaint. We set it up on top of a Draugr village, for those who don't know. And obviously this is a bit of old news for those who have been here for some time. Everything's kind of a temporary setup. It's not really something to boast about whatsoever, but I'd like to say it's pretty quaint for a hardcore series. We don't want to accidentally get too elaborate and then die. Now that would just be tragic. But we do now have the huntsman's bow, we now have the iron buckler, and we have an ancient bark spear. Most of them are level 2 except for the bark spear, as well as the stag breaker, good for crypts. We've unlocked a bunch of new iron upgrades, and I believe a forge 6, so that's one of the highest we can go just for a bit until we can start getting like silver, which is in the winter biome. We're nowhere near that ready yet. But we will be soon. I can make this iron pickaxe, but I need core wood. And I think I said that I needed that last time as well. I wanted to show you guys a bit of what I wanted to do with our contingency plan area. I wanted to make it like a fortress of fortitudeness. What is he doing? What are you doing? What the? I hit him and he's not reacting. Well, clearly he's on fire. I wonder if this is an elite Draugr, because he's... Oh, okay, finally. He must have been an elite, because... Or a level 1. I know I've evaded a level 1 a couple times, so they probably were just running around here. Okay, I kind of worked on it a little bit, just kind of, you know, out of sight for a second, just to kind of give you guys a better perspective of what I was going for in the last episode. I was trying to kind of depict it as best I could, but without showing you guys, I wasn't able to actually fully see it myself. So what I was thinking was, you know, anytime we run into like a raid situation or we need to get away from somebody, we book it over here and then we jump up these stairs. Obviously it'll look way nicer, but then we can come up here and then just like shoot people from up top. Kind of like a, what do they call those castle tops? The bearings or something, maybe? No, that's probably wrong. But now that we have that little isolation area, I feel pretty comfortable going back into the swamp. I just need to... It's not perfect, and I might just kind of work on it periodically here and there. Like, if we run into a pretty dry spurt where we can't find an abomination whatsoever, I'll go back to working on it, but... I also wanted to make, like, a mini spot of real estate above the crypts, just to kind of create a failsafe within a failsafe, because the crypts... is indestructible, so it's definitely not a bad idea to have something like that if we ever had to, you know, run to something indestructible. Remind me to drink water. I've been struggling to get water, you know, in me for the last, I'd say the last couple of weeks. It's been really tough to remind yourself to drink water. All right, let's go abomination hunting, shall we? I wonder if you can like kind of like see them kind of sticking out of the ground sometimes, because I know they come out of the ground. And this is the spot where we found our last one. Oh, so we found bone mass again. We'll be readying up this area shortly. I'd say within the next couple of episodes we may be ready to fight him, but I think I prefer to have some frost arrows with me because he takes some pretty significant amount of damage with frost arrows. Ooh, ooh. I don't know how this Draugr Elite just came to be. Wonder why he was here. I'm really trying to make my, like, overall journey much easier here in the swamp. The hoe tool is definitely very nice to have. It's gonna be a bit tough to bait the abomination back to our meadows area, isn't it? The deeper we go. Whew, we are testing fate, guys. We are testing fate. Got a bit too far away from our path over here. I've been paving as much as I could along this route over here. It's a bit hard to find these abominations, isn't it? Ooh, a 2-star leech? That thing could easily hurt me. I gotta be careful. My paver tool broke. I've been paving like a crazy head though, so I'm not too disappointed. Okay, so day 1 of abomination hunting did not go as planned, but good news is we laid out a really structured path through the swamp. Now I just need to bring back some wood, and I need to just bring back some resin so I can just kind of light some torches along the path. It'll just make journeying through the swamp so much easier. We're all about convenience here. I think I also might need to craft some more arrows here shortly. What do I need for those? Just more wood. I think that's a big problem I'm running into, is a lack of wood. Constantly in a wood shortage. All right, let's try this again, shall we? Back into the fray, as they say. I'm going to deforest this entire swamp, and I will eventually find an abomination. At this point, they won't have anywhere to hide because I'm going to be just like civilizing, or what is it, colonizing? Civilizing. You can find a bunch of made up words in my dictionary, but I'm going to freaking tear this entire swamp apart if I have to. And I've been realizing the more trees I chop down, the easier it is to see through the clearings, and how much easier it's going to be to find. That's the phantom I was a little worried about. Oh my god, I think he saw me. Oh my god, I think he saw me. I think he, okay. Oh, sorry, you can't see him. He's over there. Yeah, he had seen me initially. Let's... I just don't want to get staggered by him being so deep in the swamp. I don't accidentally want to overextend and get stuck. That's just the fastest way to die. So as you can see, I've cleared out this entire kind of area here. I've made a trail leading all the way... Wait, I'm a bit lost now, actually. There we go. So I've made trails leading back to my thing over here. I should actually make it a little bit more obvious. And look at this like nice little trail that I have here. We're making our journey to and from aesthetically as pleasing as possible. Look at that. How inviting. In my last playthrough, I would just be sprinting through the swamp and running into so many abominations, so it's surprising to me that we haven't been running into them as much. It's so funny. The rule of thumbs in this game is if you're actively looking for something, you won't find it. If you're not looking for it, naturally, it's safe to say that you'll come across it. That's just kind of how this game works for some reason. Day 78. Day 78. I also made some iron tip arrows just because that's just gonna help so much. I saw the huge difference using the iron tip arrows we found in those crypts. Significantly improves damage. So I'm gonna bring those along too, just in case we do run into one of those phantoms, because yeah, that's gonna be a tough call. That's gonna be a really tough call. Okay, day 3. Let's see if we can find an abomination, please. Every time we go in, though, I mean, little by little, we've been chipping away at this swamp. We still have this whole area to go to, so I'm not super worried about it. But I also don't want to be stupid, so I'm just going as slow as possible, just trying to... Oh god, that scared me. Take just as much time as I need to be able to, you know, follow the proper steps to ensuring my safety overall. Because the most important thing about this playthrough is being able to survive. So all of these things, these pathways, these, covering up the pondy areas, the smooshy, squelchy areas in the swamp, all of that makes it... Hey. No, stop. Okay. All of this makes it so much easier to navigate, and if I do end up getting lost in the swamp, I can easily actually find my way back out because of all these torches. It's actually very easy to see. I would have hoped that the abominations would have kind of just respawned. Maybe let's start making our way kind of like over this way a little bit more, maybe. He's like stuck on land. I love watching them just flop around. Holy schneister, they scare the crap out of me every time. Alright, he's aggroed. Come on. Ooh, my heart is racing. Come on. This is it, you guys. We've waited 3 whole in-game days to fight this abomination. Switching back and forth between arrows. No! He just stood there. Perfect for me. And they really do have a tendency to run away from things. Stop strafing! He is strafing so hard right now. He's probably so scared. Dude, their ability to run away is so annoying. But we've played this game before. We've played the patient game. They always come back in the end, right? And there's a lot of leeches right here. And they're all crawling over the thing. No, stop. Hold on. I'm gonna kill all of you guys. You're freaking me out. There you are. Oh, actually, I probably should get rid of these skeletons first. I am really freaking focused right now. I've got like an eye of the tiger right now. Yeah, you're not done. I'm not done with you. Come here. I bet you're nearly dead. I've just put so many arrows into you. Yeah, let's keep it going. You stop every time. Why? Why do you stop? I love their sound design. I wish I could capture it better for you guys, but is he going to cut me off? Yeah, he looks like it. I mean, I'm a fiend with this bow and arrow right now. Oh yeah, he is nearly dead. Okay, here we go. Nope. I keep getting kind of excited and like a little bit more adrenaline seeps into my bones, and then all of a sudden it feels like a tease. I feel like I'm getting adrenaline blue-balled. Like every time that he's chasing after me, like I get a spike of adrenaline, and then every time he leaves and walks away and flees, my adrenaline's like, now where does this energy go? All this pent-up energy. He's so out of sight now. He does take a good chunk of fire arrows though. I think it was about 40 or 50. It's gonna be nighttime soon. We can't be out here that late, abomination. Come on. Where are you? Where is this guy? Come back. It's getting to be dark. What the flippity dippity? Oh, I see him stomping around. Final frickin' Lee. Yes! I got a spam call in the middle of that, and did not appreciate that. Thanks, spamming companies. Can you not clearly tell that I do not want to take your call? Alright, that's 2 abominations down. We're gonna have to bounce from the forest real quick here. These man-made pathways are actually way nice to help get leeches. They just walk up to you. Oh shoot, we are actually pushing it here. Man, when the abominations just randomly come out of nowhere, that definitely is enough to shake you to your core. Alright, let's see if we can find one more abomination at least. I want to try to get a full set. Okay, well, I guess see the fruits of our labor so far. There's really not much more I can do to try to find abominations, you know, except for continue to explore the swamp, which we actually made some ground today. They kind of spawn on their own, you know, in their own free time. I really want that armor set. I want to, you know, have that, I think, going into the winter biome. I don't think it's the best set out there by any means, but it should be enough to just provide additional protection. And that's where I just kind of lacked in my last world. I lacked a lot of protection. I kind of just ran into things all willy-nilly because, you know, you can get your items back in Valheim and you can do all that cool stuff. But, you know, if we ever want to succeed in a hardcore world, I want to be better prepared armor-wise for some pretty tough encounters. That's 2 hours and no abominations. We only found one. I'm sorry, you guys. Well, I guess while we're here, let's see about making some better potions and food items, because that's something we're definitely lacking right now. All right, let's go to our pot here. Let's see about making some stuff, yeah? We have minor resist, healing. We can make frost resistance. Good call, you guys. You guys said that before and I didn't believe you. I don't think we need that just quite yet. Maybe we go check on our farm? Oh, I had so much of this wood here. I will bring all this back and get that better pickaxe that we need. Man, this area feels like an entirely different new world, even though it's not. Farming Simulator Valheim Edition. Oh. God, they always just have to come right when I don't want them to. Right? Big ugly brutes. I literally saw them appear. God, that freaked me out. My heart can't take these little shots of adrenaline. Like, I keep doing this to myself. They keep shaking the ground. Literally. I should have expected no less, really. Well, I was thinking, you know, wouldn't it be nice to have more troll armor? The ground shaking raid is always a nice way for... What the? You weren't supposed to be here? Oh my gosh. Leave it to Valheim again. I think I've said this in a previous video. Leave it to Valheim to make a boring episode of doing Viking chores and scouring the swamp to be a little bit more exciting. I was even farming, for Christ's sake. Not a lot of interesting stuff, and they were like, you know what you need? An invasion. And I was like, yeah, you know what, Valheim, you're right. We got 15 set of... You just saw me kill 3 trolls, and you still want some. Graylings don't want none. I like literally watched them all just spawn in and immediately. I actually didn't even read the words. I was so tunnel visioned on farming that my initial reaction wasn't anything. And then I all of a sudden just saw them out there and I was like, what is going on? All right, let's get some beets up in here. I'm sorry, turnips. I keep calling them beets. All right, farming chores done. We planted our turnip seeds, we planted our carrot seeds, and let's go ahead and bring back our carrots to... Oh, actually, let's farm some honey as well. I'm not leaving this episode empty-handed, all right? We're gonna make some delicious concoctions. As a reminder, since obviously we're playing in real time, I did schedule for Wednesday, this Wednesday. It's on the calendar. If you haven't already checked that out, please do. But on the calendar, obviously I scheduled this upcoming Wednesday off. I know that the uploading schedule has been a bit weird for a little while. It's just because I've been feeling like I've been playing catch up. Every time I get a 4K video out, at least the last couple of times, it's always exported so weirdly. Like it's given me a hard time for sure. And I don't know why. Like last night was a good example. I exported it, and then I usually just export directly to YouTube, just right from Premiere Pro. And then all of a sudden it exported the video to the PC, but not to the YouTube, even though I have it set to delete recording source or delete the source after original source after it's done exporting. So it just, I don't know, it's been giving me such a difficult time. All right, let's make some frost resistant. Oh my, I'm full on inventory every single time. All right, let's put our frost resistance in here while it's meeting away. Fermenting away. No, Not meeting, fermenting. All right. Carrot soup. We need more blueberries. We'll go on a scavenging run here shortly. All right, one last thing we'll do before we jump off today. Oh, I did not mean to punch that chest. We're gonna go ahead and... This should save us so much more inventory space, only carrying around this one iron pickaxe. And then the iron pickaxe can mine silver now too. Yes, I believe. But man, does it take so much material. Okay, I think our inventory looks pretty nice, much better. Day 81. Day 81. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for journeying along with me again on this additional Valheim episode. Number 21, if I am remembering correctly. Hopefully I can get this one out to you guys relatively shortly. I apologize that in advance, you know, we were only able to kill one abomination. I really did put in some work in that swamp. I'm sure I'll put in some time-lapse clips just kind of showcasing, you know, how much we've leveled the swamp area and how much more we actually did explore than, you know, than not. I was really hoping to run into like 2 or 3 abominations this episode, but granted, I think next time we'll keep our eyes peeled a little bit more, and ultimately we'll do some more crypt searching to just pull out some more iron, upgrade all of our tools to like the max level, and then hopefully that by that point when we've got the max amount of upgradingness on our weapons, then hopefully we'll have enough of those root pieces to make the whole root set. And then we should have some pretty high stat armor, relatively speaking, for the winter biome. And then by that point, I'm hoping we can start fighting bone mass. So that's kind of the sequence in which I'm trying to do things. If you did enjoy this episode, obviously consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps a lot just to give me feedback that you guys are actually enjoying the content. And of course, please leave a comment just letting me know how you liked it. If you did, if you didn't, any feedback is obviously much appreciated, being as small as we are. And I will go ahead and see you Vikings in tomorrow's episode. Oh, wait, actually, no. This Wednesday, so tomorrow, there will not be an episode. Just remember that. I will see you guys on Thursday. Mwah.